little wave for David. Um, it's great to see you all today on day 1265 of the Daily Antidote of Song. Unbelievable. And yeah, welcome to Friday, September 22. It's great to be with you all. I'm Jade and I'm hosting today. We have a wonderful musical guest who's going to lead us in song today. I know. But first, I'll say hello to everybody in the room. And actually, before that, let's greet everybody watching on the live stream. Hello. Thank you for joining us today, wherever you're tuning in from. And thanks, Joe, for being here, coming in from New Hampshire. She's the creator of this crazy program that we do, and she supports us in so many ways. And thanks, Becky, for being here today. Hi, Kevin in DC. Welcome, Mabel in Barron, Massachusetts. Hi, Deli in Silver Spring. Welcome, Susan Howell. Glad you're joining us today. And Arlene in Berkeley. Thanks for being here. Athena in Brooklyn, New York. Great to see you. Hi, Susan G in Cincinnati. Hello, Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Hi, Sheila in Florida. Good to see you. Kate in Charlottesville and Caroline in DC. Hello, Bonnie in Boise and Anne in Nashville. Hi, Kevin in New Hampshire. Great to see you. Hi, Carolyn in Boise and Nancy N in the Irish Cow. And I think it might be somebody's birthday today. And Sarah in Texas and Annette in California. Great to see you both. And Aloysius in Westford, Massachusetts. Great to see you, Fred in Silver Spring. And I see one curly top there coming in from Vermont. And I also see Linda on Orcas Island. Hello. Welcome, Julie Alexander, and welcome, Pauline and William in Newcastle, UK. Great to see you. Hello, Busy Graham, who is the founder and director of Carpe Diem Arts, who makes this program possible. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi, Harriet Dart and Storm coming in from Massachusetts. Hello, Mr. James Harkless in Silver Spring. And oh, welcome Jim Scott, who is a song leader with us sometimes and a wonderful musician. Thanks for being here. Kate in Charlottesville, again, good to see you. And Elizabeth coming in from California. And Bronwyn in Victoria, welcome. Sandy E in Virginia. Hello to Lynn in Connecticut and Bob in Massachusetts, I believe. Hi, Moon in Virginia and Jane in Texas. Welcome, Kat in Vermont and Hoda in BC. Hi, Ray, who is Joe's mom coming in from New Jersey, and Cricket in Maryland, and Martha Wagner coming in from Oregon. And wow, I think that's everybody. And welcome, last but not least, to David Roth, who is our wonderful song leader for the day. Hello. How are you doing, David?
Hey. I'm doing well. How are you, Jane? It's good to see you all. Gosh. What's happening? I feel like I've been playing hooky for the longest time, but I'm back. I did watch Jim Scott's last song, the wonderful one, a week or two ago. Beautiful, Jim. You just continue to amaze, and I'm happy to know you as a friend and a song leader. Did Kathleen in New Mexico make it? I didn't catch all the hellos. Is she here yet today?
I don't see her yet, but
okay, maybe we'll stall a little bit. All right, so well, it's good to be with you guys. We're going to sing a song today that I wouldn't classify as a rousing sing-along because it has no repeatable chorus. It has lots of words, tons of images, way too complicated to ever have been a popular song, except for the fact that the guy who wrote it had a slightly minor hit the year before called American Pie. That's Don McLean I'm talking about, and in 1971 I think American Pie came out. So everybody was paying attention to this beautiful poetic singer-songwriter, and when a song came out a year later, this is not the kind of song that would have been popular, I think, had he not gotten so much attention for that pop standard American Pie song called Vincent, which, by the way, just saying, the song has its own Wikipedia page. I mean, I barely have, 100 followers on Facebook, and this song has a Wikipedia page, if you can imagine. And I know most of you know it, so I think there's no need for me to sing it through while you listen, but there's great opportunity for you to sing the whole dang thing with me if it goes into the chat. I see it has. from the get-go. Then we'll talk a little bit about this or that. We'll see if New Mexico weighs in, and then we'll have a little chat, Jaden, you and I, and then we'll sing it again. Okay? How's that sound? Amazing song. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hill, sketch the trees and daffodils, catch the breeze and winter chills in colors on a snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds and violet haze reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. For they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the stranger that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn and bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will.
Oh, wow. Thank you, David. That is really gorgeous.
Well, you know, we were talking before we went on the air, and you hadn't heard this song, Jaden.
I
And
hadn't. Yeah, first
right,
time.
Well, it's an amazing song, and I did some research on the song's Wikipedia page. I knew some of this stuff, but McLean was singing in schools, and he was reading a biography of Vincent van. I'm not sure if the pronunciation is Go or Gogh, so all you fact checkers out there will chime in and correct me. But Vincent, let's refer to him as Vincent, was was called crazy, by his contemporaries, and McLean wanted to write a song to say that he wasn't crazy. He was lamenting a loss in his life, So he was standing up for the artist and the beauty of how different people see different things in the world. The song was it never got higher than number 12 in the American pop charts, but it got number 1 in places like Ireland, and got to number 2 in easy listening in UK, things like that. So that just reminds me about this thing called the music industry, how those two words shouldn't go together, because that's just such a beautiful song. Couldn't be any more beautiful, and so poetic and so non-radio format. So I see someone in the chat said, I grew up playing this song. Yeah. And here's another interesting fact that I didn't know. The song was a particular favorite of the rapper and actor Tupac Shakur.
Really?
And it was played to him in the hospital. He had suffered a fatal gunshot, and it was played to him in the hospital just before he was admitted, where he died of gunshot wounds. So Tupac Shakur embraced this song too, which again tells me how, genres are highly overrated too. A song is a song, and its effect on the human soul is its effect on the human soul. Here's what Don McLean had to say about the genesis of the song. In the autumn of '70, I had a job singing in the school system, playing my guitar in classrooms. I was sitting on the veranda one morning reading this biography, and suddenly I knew I had to write a song arguing that he wasn't crazy. He had an illness, and so did his brother Theo. This makes it different in my mind, this is McLean speaking, to the garden variety of crazy, because he was rejected by a woman, as was commonly thought. So I sat down with a print of Starry Night and wrote the lyrics out on a paper bag. Okay, you writers out there, you got to grab it when you can, whether it's an iPhone. He probably didn't have iPhones back then. He wrote it on a paper bag, and later on, that bag with the original lyrics to Vincent was sold at auction for $1.5 million. So I'm henceforth writing all my songs on paper bags and keeping my fingers crossed. I don't know if I'll have the pull that he did, but I think it's a good idea to keep your paper bag handy and maybe a crayon, to write with. So.
Oh yeah, make it a little artistic. Sure.
Sarah Page says that's recycling. I would say so.
Oh my gosh. Oh, paperback writer. That is so funny. Thank you for sharing the background of that. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's sort of a bit heartbreaking to just the song itself, and I just think the idea that somebody would take the time to try to understand somebody else's perspective from so long ago who's misunderstood, like, it feels hopeful, it feels meaningful. That somebody would take the time to do that and then make this beautiful song about it.
I think it's interesting also that he was singing in a school at the time. He was sitting on a veranda reading a book. These are things that are getting lost in our culture, so that he sort of subconsciously created an environment for him to take in this information. And again, it's a reminder as a songwriter, and I know many of you are, and whether you've not written a lot or yet to write your first one, I'm a big cheerleader for you, that creating an environment, where you can get away from all the distractions and the sound bites and the quick clicks, they weren't doing much quick clicking back in the day. So I don't know whether Kathleen in New Mexico has made it into the meeting, but I want to get this little business not out of the way, but in the way. So just I was speaking of writing on a paper bag, I was informed that not one, but 2 members of the Daily Antidote of Song community are celebrating another trip around the sun today. And I found out this about 1 minute to 12 today. So that gave me an unusually long amount of time to write a little song. So I'm going back to my older material. It sounds like this. It's no ordinary happening on the DAS. A couple birthdays taking place today. We got Nancy out in Washington who shows the cow, and Kathleen in New Mexico, hooray. So let's raise our voices, all of us, to both these girls. A birthday is a cause to shine, it's true. May both of you have many more, and goodnesses galore. Happiest of birthdays to both of you. Well, there you go.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
yes.
still breathing. Wait a minute. I took a chance and I'm still breathing. Ah, I love that. Yeah, Kathleen and Nancy, happiest of birthdays to you. I don't know what astrological sign that makes you. I'm a little behind in my, what is it? What's somebody's birthday?
I think
Anybody?
we just left Virgo and now we're in,
The
oh,
next
we're
one.
still in Virgo? Something like that. Libra. I think
Okay.
we might be in Libra season. So
Well, I say fellow Pisces unite. I'm triple Pisces, whatever that means. And
I'm also Pisces. Okay.
are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because you had a birthday when I was in Mexico City, and I meant to chime in, but I was a little busy down there. It was in March. When's your birthday
Yeah.
again? March 16th?
March 15th. So
15th. My March 14th. So let's plan ahead, for next year, because we know the
yeah.
Daily Antidote of Song will never end, and that's okay with me. So I think we'll wrap up our conversation, such as it is, in whatever time. We're doing really well. I'm not out of words necessarily, but when we re-sing this song, I'm going to switch over to the piano, and I'm going to leave a lot of space for all you Daily Antidote of Song soloists to sing without me getting in the way of the words in some places, so you can have the solo with me playing piano for you. How's that sound? And I apologize to those of you who are not baritones. I'm playing in the key of B, I believe. And I saw someone playing along on flute, which is amazing. But when we get back to this beautiful song, you'll have a chance to solo in the comfort of your own room. Remember, sing at the top of your lungs, and no one cares if it's R sharp or B minus. All right? You just sing whatever key works for you. So what else have I missed the last few weeks on the DAS? What else is there to talk about? Like there isn't anything.
well, I wasn't going to talk so much about DAS, but I want to ask if there's anything you want to let us know about what's happening in your musical world, things to look out for, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm going to go to the recent past and the next summer future then, if I can. I've completed my final river trip in Idaho on the main fork of the Salmon River with 18 beautiful people. I decided I'm going to start doing other things next year, so I don't know if that was it for Idaho and me, but I had a great time. It was so renewing and refreshing to have what we call digital detox, where there's no internet, cell phones. The only thing you can use a cell phone for, if you have a waterproof bag, is to take pictures. And pictures got took. It was just a remarkable trip. The beautiful completion of 6 trips down this amazing river in that beautiful state. And next summer, I'm going to Ireland again, and I've got some openings in my Ireland musical tour. Really, really fun. Some of you in the Daily Antidote have been with me to Ireland. It's a great trip. It's July 6th through 15, 2024, 10 days to Ireland. And then Scotland, September 2 through 12, I believe, 2024. So if you've ever wanted to go to one of those incredible countries, language is not a barrier, though accents are sometimes tricky to understand. This is the way to do it, because we look for the music in those countries. In Ireland, we get a private concert from the best traditional musicians just about every day, and then we go off to the pubs in search of the locals who are the most beautiful. They're like Daily Antidote of Song people with instruments, and they've been playing their whole lives. And then Scotland is a whole nother ball of wax, completely different, equally beautiful. The Highlands are spectacular. I've never seen geography like that anywhere. And that's a smaller group, so fewer openings. But listen, you guys, this is a great way to see a country. We are well taken care of. They handle all the transportation once you get there, and take us around to these great little hotels and these little towns, and we find all the coolest things. We don't kiss the Blarney Stone. We don't go to the tourist traps. We consider ourselves tours for people who don't like tours. So that's next year. Looking forward to that. And we had our 25th anniversary Summer Song Songwriting Camp this past July, which was glorious. We're heading into year number 26 next year, and I'll have 8 or 9 other instructors along my side next year, as we did this year. A wide variety of classes, everything from topical songwriting to finding your soul song to getting more confident on the guitar, how to sing a song at an open mic. It's just all levels. Glorious community, just a loving group of people who came to camp in 1999, and 2 things happened. They got lifelong friends, and their lives got changed in a good way, and I would say both of those things for me. So you guys know that. You found the Daily Antidote of Song, and I got a dog barking upstairs. One of these times I'm going to bring him down because we taught Chulo how to sing, and I think he should sing a song. One of his favorite songs is Home on the Range. And maybe we can do that one day. And I don't know if there's anything better in the world than a singing dog. I just don't. And he's 10 pounds, and he's from Mexico. So, but you won't be able to detect the accent, I promise.
Well, it sounds like there's so many amazing ways to be connected with you and your work. Is everything found on your website, or?
Yeah, best thing is just send me an email, David Roth Music, all one word, at gmail.com. And I don't give your email to anybody. I'll just respond to your inquiry. It might take a week or 2, or it might happen really quickly. And if it doesn't happen, then write again, because you know what? I've discovered that email is not infallible. Sometimes they get through and sometimes they don't.
Well, thank you so much. And we would love to hear the song again, I think.
Yeah, let's go back to this on the piano. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hill, sketch the trees and daffodils, catch the breeze and winter chills in colors on a snowy linen land. You take the next part. Now I understand. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds and violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Your turn. Now I understand. For they could not love you. still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight, on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. Well, I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the stranger that you've met, the ragged man in ragged clothes, the silver thorn and bloody rose lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. And you know, the whole reason I wanted to bring this song, well, one of many, is that I was looking at the biggest stars in the world in Idaho on that river, you know, a few weeks ago. There's no diffused light from urban areas. And boy, if there ever was a time to play that song and listen to that song and take it in, we luxuriated in the beauty of that song in such an incredible setting. So feel very blessed and privileged. May you all have those kind of blessings in your life and have the wherewithal to pay attention when they're coming your way.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Thank you so much for sharing this with us and giving us a little moment today to kind of sink in and be away from, distractions and just listen to a beautiful song.
Yeah, it's truly, truly my pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Hope it won't be so long this time. I may pop in as a host next week, not sure, but as we say around here, whatever Joe needs, I got. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always really wonderful having you here, David. Thank you so much. And uh, for everyone else, check out David's website. Maybe send him an email. There's lots to do. And we are going to say goodbye, and then we're gonna do some birthday celebrations
Oh yeah.
at the end of the live stream. So uh, one last round of applause, please, for David Roth. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. And thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you, Becky, for being here. Thanks, Bob and Mabel. Oh, now in one screen together. Love it with the bears. Thanks, Arlene, for being here, and Athena. Susan G, great to see you. Thanks, Stan, for being here. Thank you, Sheila and Caroline, for joining. Thanks, Kevin Ennis, for joining. Goodbye, Carolyn and Nancy, birthday girl, one of the birthday girls, for being here. Sarah Page in Texas, and Annette and Fred and Curly Tops, thanks for joining. Thank you, Linda, for being here. And Julie in Ontario, and Pauline and William, thanks for being here. Anne in Silver Spring, and Sandra, glad you made it. And Mr. Harkless, great to see you. Kevin in DC, good to see you too. And Anne in Nashville, thanks for being here. Kate in Charlottesville, great to see you. Thanks, Cricket, for joining. And Storm, always good to see you. Thanks, Deli, for being here. And Susan Howell, so glad you made it today. And Bonnie, glad you joined us today as well. Harriet, great to see you. Elizabeth and Lynn, thanks for joining. Goodbye to Moon and Kat and Hoda and Ray, glad you made it. And Shari, thanks for being here. Jamie, coming in from Victoria, BC, and Aloysius, thanks for joining. And thanks for being here, Jane in Maryland and Diane in Puerto Rico. And thank you to everybody watching on the live stream. We'll see you tomorrow for another wonderful song and every day after that.